Hey everyone, Emma here, and we're back for another Doctor Who reaction. So, last time we had The Vampires of Venice, which was a fun episode. Helen McCrory was in it and she was brilliant. We had the vampires that weren't actually vampires, they were alien water creatures, and we also had more of the crack. So it looks like we could go into that in this episode, possibly. Maybe. I'm hoping. I really would like to know more about it because it seems like even those creatures had to try and escape from the silence and the crack that destroyed their homeworlds, and that's how they ended up in Earth. So yeah, I really want to know more there. And like I said before, I still think it's connected to Amy. We also had Rory. So now Rory is back in the picture. I love Rory. He seems like such a really nice man. He seems quite smart, and I'm looking forward to having more of Rory on the screen. I think him and Amy work really well together. I just think Amy needs to stop taking him so much for granted. I see that happening in the future where she will be totally 100% Rory. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more of him on my screen. And from the comments, it seems like there is a lot of support for Rory, a lot of Rory love, and I get it. I'm totally with you there as well. So all of you Whovians have been amazing in the comments. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate all your comments. They are so interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching as well, guys. Appreciate it. Just to clarify some things, I have watched David Tennant's and Christopher Eccleston's time as the Doctor. It's just I've watched them years ago when they first came out, and I didn't really want to do a rewatch reaction. So I do know what happened in their series. I know what's going on. David Tennant's been my number one. There was also some people suggesting that I watch Meanwhile in the TARDIS to get a bit more context and just a better explanation for what happened and what's going on. So I'll have you know that I did. I watched part 1 and part 2, and part 1 didn't really add much, but part 2, it was interesting to see how childlike the Doctor was. So it was very charming and I liked him more from that. I am loving that Amy called him out on having mainly female young companions. I feel like somebody had to, and I'm glad it was her, and just to call him out on basically how it could look like that he is trying to seduce her. But I think she's seen that the Doctor, like she said, the Doctor's just a bloke, but he's not just a bloke, he's an alien, and her viewpoint is seeing him as just another guy. And that's where she's going wrong with that. So it did explain her thinking there, but I still didn't like how the dialogue went into it. But that was really interesting. I'm glad that I watched it, so thanks for the suggestion. So I think I've been speaking for long enough. Time to embrace the madness, and here we go into another episode of Doctor Who. Oh, when does Amy get pregnant? Is this like a what if scenario? What if she stayed with Rory? Oh my god, Rory's hair. Rory's hair. What have they did to the poor man?
No. Leaf blowers. Use a rain.
No, it's...
Oh, so the Doctor's still involved then?
Oh, hey! You've swallowed a bag.
Oh.
You're huge when worlds collide.
Doctor, pregnant.
Oh, look at you both 5 years later and you haven't changed a bit. Apart
Seriously? 5 years later? Is this real?
Are you pregnant?
Oh my god. This better not be some sort of dream, but I can see this being an alternate universe.
Where is everyone?
Please, someone cut that ponytail off of Rory's head in this instant. I will help.
Time to listen to birdsong back in the TARDIS days, did we?
Oh, blimey, my head's a bit... Ooh. Old. Days. What? No. Yes. Sorry. What?
What? What on earth was that?
Doctor, I also had a kind of dream thing.
So we probably just jumped a time track or something. Forget it.
Oh, hearing the
Reality
birds.
now.
Doctor, if we're back to reality, how come I can still hear birds?
Yeah, the same birds, the same ones we heard in the dream. Oh, sorry, not at all.
Is this some like Inception sort of thing going on here?
We could still be in Upper Ledworth dreaming of this, don't you get it?
No, okay? No, this is real. I'm definitely awake.
Is it the TARDIS that's doing this? Like, is there something wrong with that? Somebody's hijacked it?
Well, your dream wife, your dream job, probably your dream baby.
Yeah, he has good logic here.
Only dream too.
No. No chance. Oh my god. I mean, nothing. Oh my god, they're so creepy.
You said everyone here lives to their 90s. There's something that doesn't make sense.
Okay, old people then.
Well, if you're the Time Lord, let's call me the DreamLord.
The DreamLords. How interesting. Like the Sandman.
Amy, have to sort your men out. Choose even.
I have chosen. Of course. I've chosen.
Oh,
Is you stupid?
okay.
You're going to face, in both worlds, a deadly danger, but only one of the dangers is real. Tweet, tweet. Time to sleep.
I don't know why he's even doing this in the first place. What's the point of this?
I'm slowing down like you do.
Ow.
Oh my god, are they going to actually make her go into labour in a dream? Oh.
Okay. it's fine.
What?
This is my life now, and it just turned you white as a sheet, so don't you call it elegant. Ever. Okay.
Good for you, Amy.
Is nobody going to mention Roy's...
Oh, finally.
You hold him down, I'll cut it off.
I will help.
I wouldn't hire Mrs. Poggett as a babysitter.
I bet you they eat children. And that's why they're still alive.
What does she want?
Oh no.
The birds again.
Here we go. Do you wonder if that life is real? Then why would we give up all this?
Because we're gonna get married.
We can still get married someday.
You don't want to anymore.
I thought you'd chosen me, not him.
You are always so insecure.
You ran off with another man?
Not in that way.
You kissed him, Amy. She's really taking him for granted at the moment.
Don't spend too long there, or you'll, catch your death here.
Okay, so the TARDIS is definitely reality then.
Playtime's definitely over.
No. No, they vaporised the children.
Attack of the old people? Oh, that's ridiculous. This has got to be the dream, hasn't it? Tall, dark hero. Leave her alone.
Just leave her.
Yes, you're not quite so impressive. She told you about Elizabeth I? Well, she thought she was the first.
Oh.
But there's only one person in the universe who hates me as much as you do.
Who?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello! We were wondering where you went to get reinforcements by the look of it.
Oh!
There's an eye in her mouth.
There's a whole creature inside all of them.
Morning.
That guy just said morning so casually to people with an eye coming out their mouth.
I can't hit her.
What?
Nice.
Oh, he just ran away.
You know the doctor. He's Mr. Cool.
Fingers in the ear. Brilliant. What's next? Shouting boo?
So it's something to do with the birds tweeting.
Have to agree now which is the dream.
What if neither?
It's a big universe. We have to
Or what if both is a dream? Uh-oh. Attack of the senior citizens. Right, I feel like Rory needs to do something now, like find a way to lift her and Carried out the window. Get away. Okay, that was super easy. Right, okay, run them over now.
He always leaves you, doesn't he? Alone in the dark. And now he's left you with me. Spooky old, not to be trusted me. Anything could happen.
Oh my god. He is hilarious.
And what do you say?
The only girl in the universe to whom the doctor tells everything.
Yes.
So what's his name? Would you really give him up for a bumbling country doctor who thinks the only thing he needs to be interesting is a ponytail?
Stop it.
Well, maybe it's better than loving and losing the doctor.
So he's just here to mess with
This night
Amy's head.
will all be over. The old man prefers the company of the young, does he?
Oh!
Okay. I want to do something for you.
Yes! Okay, Rory, alright. Excellent. He just yeeted that old woman.
Look after our baby.
Oh, I didn't think she got him. No.
Come back.
No, that can't. No.
Save him. You save everyone, you always do.
This is a dream. This is a
That's what you
dream.
do.
Always.
No. If we die here, we wake up, yeah?
Unless we just die.
Either way, this is my only chance of seeing him again. This is a dream.
How do you know?
Because if this is real life, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Why aren't they attacking? Either because this
Okay, now that showed Amy who she would choose. This was needed. Okay. Alright, no, I thought they were just going to run over the old people. I didn't know that they were actually just going to hit the building.
So, you chose this world. I have been defeated. I shall withdraw. Farewell.
My question is why he appeared in the first place. Because he seems to have did Amy a favour in a sense.
the DreamLord conceded this isn't the dream. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Cool, do me a favor. He was offering us a choice between two dreams.
How do you know that?
Because I know who he is.
DreamLord was me. Psychic pollen, it's a mind parasite. It feeds on everything dark in you. Gives it a voice, turns it against you.
Ooh. So that was the doctor then. But the things that he said about the doctor are from the doctor's subconscious. So does he have some sort of feelings towards Amy then?
Crash the van. How do you know you wouldn't just die?
I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, my heart. No, until next time. I really enjoyed that episode. That has to be one of my favourites now. It was just so interesting. And to have the DreamLord being the Time Lord all along, which makes sense when you say it out loud. But I did not see that coming. So a pretty important one is that he does see that he leaves his companions and he doesn't get to see them age. But I think he's been a bit harsh on himself, because I see that more as a self-preservation technique. I mean, to know that you yourself will never age, but you'll see your friends move on and have families and grow old, and he can never do that. So I think that's the whole reason why he does leave them and he doesn't ever check in, because I feel like it might hurt him too much. It's interesting to see what he thinks about himself regarding that, and that he feels like what he's doing is wrong. And at certain moments like that in this episode that I believed he wasn't even aware of. I put it down because he is an alien, so I assumed that he wasn't aware of his of the harm that he can do. And regarding his comments about the Doctor's companions, Rose, he didn't leave Rose. He would never leave Rose. Rose was taken into another universe. Martha decided that she was best to go off on her own, because she realised that she can't just follow around the Doctor anymore, that she has to do more for herself and that she deserves more. Again, with Donna, he wouldn't have left Donna if it wasn't to save her. So these companions, at least the ones that I've went through, he didn't just decide to drop them off and never see them again. They were either taken from them, or they made a conscious decision to leave him, or he did it to save them. Whereas he's only seen himself in the worst light. Amy was given that choice of the Doctor or Rory, and I'm wondering if that choice from the Doctor's as well, does that mean the Doctor does have feelings for Amy? Because it didn't seem like it at all in this episode, but the way that the DreamLord was talking, it made it feel like the Doctor also returns those feelings towards Amy. The DreamLord threw some insults towards Rory and didn't seem to hold him in high regard either. But to think the whole time it was just a speck of hallucinogenic drugs, that was a good twist as well then, because I did say at one point that I thought they could both be the Dream, but I did think that the DreamLord actually existed. So it was a bit disappointing to find out he's not real, because God, that actor was phenomenal. Oh, he was just so catty, and both being creepy and charismatic at the same time. It's so difficult to do, and yet he pulled it off. But in the end, it actually did help Amy make her decision, or not so much make her decision, but make her realise just how much she cares about Rory. And to think that she's never told him that she loves him when they're about to get married is a big shock. Wow. I was surprised at that, but it made her see him and his worth to her, and that moment was just, it was beautiful, that moment where she realised that that's who she wants, that's who she'd rather die than not be with him. So they just seem to have such a great love, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. So this episode really did show how much Amy does care for Rory though, or at least it did make her realise, and we could see that the realisation and the love that she holds for him. So it wasn't just about her discovering or learning about who it is that she actually wants, but it was about us being able to see who she wants. I'm glad that this episode gave us that. I feel like if that moment wasn't included, I would still wonder if Amy always had the Doctor in the back of their mind. So I'm glad that they added this episode in, so we can settle that once and for all, that it is Rory that Amy loves. And just the writing was brilliant in this episode too. I loved the pace of it. The acting was amazing. I really enjoyed this episode. I liked how the DreamLord was all about, you have to decide which one's the dream and which one's reality. if you die in one, then you're dead, and if you die in the dream, then that's you're still fine, but you need to try and work out which is which even that was so interesting, a concept from the start of the episode. And there were so many twists in this to discover that both of them was the dream, to discover that there was no DreamLord and the DreamLord is the Doctor. And I love how the DreamLord just popped up every now and again, really just to toy with them and taunt them, but giving in a few kernels of truth there too. So it was quite helpful, and I'm wondering if that's because it was basically the Doctor, like it was a manifestation of the Doctor's inner negative thoughts, and he was still quite helpful with it. I didn't feel like he was a full-scale villain. It seemed to be Amy was his focus, and if anything it was more of a help than a hindrance that he did all this. So I wonder if subconsciously the Doctor played a part in that, because it really was him, if that's why it was more of a help. And that ponytail on Rory, oh my god, I'm glad they cut it off. I was desperate for that to be cut off. I couldn't stop looking at it through this episode. I needed it gone. I would have helped them get rid of it, but I really enjoyed this episode. One of my favourites. Loved how it was written. I liked the idea of it being Amy's choice. There was a few tense moments between Amy and Rory in this episode over the Doctor again. So that's why I'm so glad that they had a definite moment of Amy realising, and even though Rory was killed, it had to happen, I feel like, because you don't know what you have until you lose it. And in that moment, Amy realised what she had all along and what she's been taken for granted. And that's all I wanted for something like that, for her to have that moment of realisation. But the DreamLord is such an interesting character, and I would really like to see more of him again, or at least definitely more of this actor playing him. I think I would put this episode at my second favourite after the 2 Weeping Angel episodes. I just really enjoyed it. I liked the concept. I found it quite intriguing, and I'm glad that we finally have Amy's choice settled, and we really got to feel how much she actually does care about him and see that realisation in her as well. It was also a moment for Amy to realise that she wasn't really in love with the Doctor, and it's just because this man's been with her whole life, at least been in her head her whole life, and he's new and fascinating and good looking and can show her the whole universe. So I mean, it's kind of hard not to get sucked in by that. So I feel like it is more the life that the Doctor offers as well, this life of adventure that she's wanting, and she's getting that confused because he has been in her life since she was a little girl, and obviously he's made a huge impact on her. I mean, how could he not? So with the DreamLord also being like a manifestation of the Doctor, he really does not like himself at all, which is sad that he feels he has such a low opinion of who he is. So the Doctor had quite a negative opinion about Rory, at least his darkness does. I mean, to call him dull and basically just a boring basic it made him sound like he didn't want Amy to choose Rory. Also, the Doctor keeps on mentioning how he has a pool in the TARDIS. I want to see this pool. It would be really cool if we got to see a pool in there. I wonder if we ever do, if that's a thing, or if it's just something they like to speak about. I would like to see it. I can only hope. So I've had one prophetic dream. I had a dream that a while ago, I had a dream that my cousin was pregnant, and I told my mum about it at the time. We found out the next day that she was in fact pregnant. So that was really strange. I felt psychic in that moment. It's never happened again. I wish it happened for the lottery, but no. Yeah, that was... So it's amazing what your dreams can really say, or what they can reflect about yourself, or what they can make you feel when you wake up from them as well. So, favourite character time. Oh, this episode, it's hard. It has to be Amy for the second part of the episodes. Amy from the moment of realisation of how she feels about Rory. I loved her character there. So, but it's difficult because I thought the DreamLord, or Toby Jones who plays the DreamLord, I thought he was brilliant in this episode. It was just funny, but still creepy with it and charming, and he was really good too. Right, okay, so I'm going to give the favourite character to the DreamLord. He was only in the one episode, and Amy has got plenty of time to be my number one character in future episodes. So that is my decision. Anyway, that was a really good episode. I quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to more of the same. What was your thoughts about it? Did you like it? Did you not like how they were both dreams, or that it was the Doctor who was the DreamLord the whole time? What did you feel about Amy's decision? Do you think that that's it wrapped up, so that it's no longer Amy still wanting the Doctor at the same time? Because I feel like that's her decision now, and she's not going to go back on it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye!